I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to think about it. It certainly was awkward. I've heard people say, you know, is she taking advantage of him? Well, he's taking advantage of her. He's sleeping with a very attractive young girl, 50 years younger.
He's an older guy with money and power, which some women find, if not attractive, worthy of being with. They can upgrade their lifestyle. They're going to travel the world. And the old guy gets some young, beautiful woman on his arm and probably a lot of hot sex he otherwise wouldn't be having.
You used to talk about Foxborough High School when we sucked. But now I know why you were so obsessed with Foxborough High School. You were scouting your new girlfriend.
What happens when one of the most serious, secretive legends in NFL history ends up in a relationship with a 24-year-old beauty queen? The internet goes wild, but it wasn't just their shocking age gap that broke the story wide open. It was the awkward live TV moment that left everyone speechless. When Jordan Hudson interrupted a national interview to shut down one simple question, the mystery only deepened. And what happened after? It's the kind of story that feels almost too strange to be real. On April 27th, the CBS Sunday Morning Show aired a rare sit-down interview with Bill Belichick. Known for being camera-averse and emotionally unreadable, Belichick surprised fans just by showing up. But what truly stunned viewers wasn't what he said, it was what he didn't. Midway through the interview, journalist Tony DeCopole asked an innocent, straightforward question: how did you two meet? He was referring to Jordan Hudson, Belichick's much younger girlfriend. Before Belichick could even blink, a voice-off camera cut in. Not talking about this, Jordan said firmly.
How did you guys meet?
Not talking about this.
No?
No.
Number, the moment was jarring. CBS didn't shy away from it. They leaned in. In a narrated voiceover, they revealed that Hudson was present for the entire interview, hovering just off camera. They even flashed photos of her standing beside Belichick, a clear visual reminder of the relationship everyone wanted answers about. This wasn't just an awkward moment, it was a spark, and it lit the internet on fire. If you're still watching, you're deep in the real story. And trust me, it only gets crazier. Hit the subscribe, like, comment, and share buttons if you want more untold stories like this one. It helps a lot more than you think. To understand why this relationship is so explosive, you have to understand who Jordan Hudson is, or at least who the internet thinks she is. A former Miss Maine pageant contestant, Jordan has been in and out of the public eye for several years. She's dabbled in modeling, was briefly linked to minor TV and sports-related gigs, and has an Instagram profile filled with the kind of curated beauty shots you'd expect from an influencer or aspiring media personality. There are rumors she studied communications in college, but those details are murky. What's clear is this: her public profile exploded the moment she began dating Belichick. Gone are the beach selfies and fitness posts. Now it's staged couple shots, romantic vacation photos, and strange yoga poses with her NFL boyfriend. But despite all the posts, there's one thing missing: the story of how this all began, and that absence is what keeps the public guessing. Let's not forget who we're talking about here. Bill Belichick is a football god. The man coached the New England Patriots for over 2 decades, won 6 Super Bowl titles, and built a reputation as the coldest, most calculated coach in NFL history. Interviews with him are usually dry, strategic, and devoid of personal detail.
At the draft. We're on to Cincinnati.
You think I'm the 37-year-old?
We're on to Cincinnati.
He's the last person you'd expect to find in beachside yoga photos or sharing goofy moments online. And yet, that's exactly what's happening. People aren't just surprised, they're confused. Has Belichick changed? Is this a retirement phase? A rebranding effort? Or is he simply letting someone else take the reins on how he's perceived? The Belichick we're seeing now is smiling, playful, romantic, and yet just as guarded as ever when it comes to the details that matter most. The moment the interview clip hit social media, reactions flooded in. Some users immediately criticized the age gap. He's 73, she's 24, that's not cute, it's predatory. One TikTok comment read, others were more subtle but equally pointed. This gives weird power dynamic energy, or this is someone's grandpa playing house. But others pushed back. She's an adult and he's a legend. Let them be, wrote one defender. Honestly, good for Bill, said another. It didn't stop there. Conspiracy threads started surfacing on Twitter, Reddit, even in private Discord groups, speculating that the relationship wasn't what it seemed. Was she using him for clout? Was he using her for image rehab? Was this even real? That CBS interview was supposed to be a quiet quiet look at a retired coach. Instead, it became a viral case study in internet obsession. This is the part that gets people truly hooked. Most celebrity couples, when asked how they met, love to share their meet cute. It's expected, but with Belichick and Hudson, that question is strictly off limits. The moment it's brought up, even gently, it's shut down, and that silence is suspicious. It's not just the refusal, it's the urgency with which it's dismissed, almost like there's something to hide. Fans and internet sleuths have jumped into action. Some believe they met at a charity event. Others claim she was working at a cheerleading event or NFL party. A few even suggest they met through a mutual acquaintance in elite New England circles. One TikTok theory proposes that Jordan was a hired model for a team sponsorship event and hit it off with the coach. Another claims she was friends with Belichick's daughter, and things got awkward. Whatever the truth is, the fact that neither of them will say it out loud makes it more compelling. The public transformation of Belichick has left fans scratching their heads. For decades, he was a symbol of strict discipline, minimal emotion, and tactical dominance. Suddenly, he's posting couple selfies, using the term Instaface, and showing off his partner in playful, even flirty Instagram shots.
Different side of you. What's the reaction been like?
What's it been like?
To have these different sort of photos. There's another one where you're doing, I know you're not into meditation or yoga or Pilates. You're balancing Jordan on your feet, and she's doing kind of the Titanic pose.
Yeah, so I'm on some of those social media platforms, but I honestly don't follow him.
So, what changed? Some fans believe this is Belichick's retirement renaissance, his version of finally living life on his own terms. Others aren't buying it. They see a man going through a very public midlife crisis, trying to stay relevant in an age dominated by influencers, likes, and viral content. But there's also a third theory, that this entire thing is intentional, a calculated image flip, because for someone like Belichick, nothing, absolutely nothing, is done without a purpose. This is where the story gets darker. There's growing chatter online about Jordan's intentions. Critics point out how her follower count has skyrocketed since the relationship became public. Sponsorship deals, interviews, modeling gigs. Opportunities seem to be lining up. Some believe she's playing the long game, attaching herself to a powerful figure to gain attention, influence, and access. Others go further, accusing her of manipulating the situation for financial or professional gain. Words like clout chaser and gold digger have started to show up in comment sections, but there's a more nuanced read here too. What if this is mutual? What if Belichick wants someone younger, dynamic, and plugged into the modern world to manage his public image? What if this relationship is less about romance and more about control on both sides? Behind every public relationship is a private dynamic, and with an age gap this extreme, those dynamics are hard to ignore. Belichick has lived more than 3 full decades longer than Hudson. He's rich, famous, and powerful. She's young, beautiful, and just beginning to enter her adult life. That imbalance is why so many people feel uneasy about this story. Yet instead of addressing it, both parties avoid any questions. That silence raises eyebrows. It forces people to fill in the blanks. And in 2025, when trust in celebrities is at an all-time low, filling in the blanks usually means one thing: conspiracy. This might sound extreme, but the comparisons are out there. Some online forums have drawn parallels between this relationship and infamous elite scandals, linking Hudson's pageant background, her mysterious rise in visibility, and her young age to a broader theory of grooming and control within celebrity circles. The so-called Epstein effect has made the public hyper-suspicious of older, wealthy men dating significantly younger women, especially when those women are relatively unknown before the relationship. Add in the secrecy, the refusal to answer basic questions, and Belichick's own position of power, and you've got a recipe for endless speculation. Is there proof? But in the age of digital sleuthing, proof isn't required, just patterns. Despite the criticism and theories, Belichick and Hudson seem completely unbothered. They're still traveling, still posting, still making appearances. Some insiders believe a podcast or reality show could be next, either centered around Jordan or featuring them both. Others predict a major scandal is waiting to drop, and that this entire public shift is a setup for something bigger. And then there are those who think this is just a strange, unlikely love story between two people who found comfort in each other, regardless of what anyone else thinks. Here's the truth. No one knows what's really going on between Bill Belichick and Jordan Hudson, and that's exactly why everyone keeps watching. In a world where everything is overshared, their silence is deafening. The refusal to answer the most basic question, how they met, has become the most fascinating part of all. Is this love? Is it strategy? Is it scandal? Whatever it is, the story is still unfolding, and if the past few weeks are any indication, it's only going to get weirder.